Assalamu alaikum. I am Muaz Asad and you are watching Al Majid TV. Welcome to the fourth episode of the series The Life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the last episode, we learned about Hashim, the great grandfather of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. On a trip to Syria, Hashim stopped at Yathrib, now known as Medina, and there he married a pious lady named Salma, the daughter of Amr of the Khazraj tribe. She lived with Hashim at Mecca and later returned to Yathrib, where she gave birth to their son named Sheba. Some years later, Hashim traveled to Syria on a trade trip. On the way back to Mecca, he fell ill at Gaza and passed away. He was buried in Gaza. After the death of Hashim, his brother Al-Muttalib was appointed as the chief of the Quraysh and the custodian of the Kaaba. Al-Muttalib was a very kind, noble and generous person. The Quraysh loved him dearly and called him Al-Faiz. During his period of being chief of Mecca, the city continued to flourish and remained peaceful and prosperous. One day, Al-Muttalib thought about his nephew, Sheba, the son of Hashim. Sheba lived in Yathrib with his mother. By this time, he would be in his youth. Al-Muttalib thought of visiting Yathrib to bring his nephew back to Mecca. So Al-Muttalib travelled all the way to Yathrib and met Salma, the widow of Hashim, and requested her to give his nephew, Sheba, the son of his elder brother Hashim, in his care. Salma happily handed over Sheba to Al-Muttalib. So Al-Muttalib set out to return to Mecca along with his nephew Sheba, each riding upon a camel. When both of them riding their respective camels entered Mecca, Sheba's camel went in front while Al-Muttalib rode behind him. When the people of Mecca saw the two camels, they recognized Al-Muttalib but not Sheba. They thought that this young man must be the slave of Al-Muttalib as he was riding in front of him. So they called out to him, saying, "Ya Abdul Muttalib," meaning, "O slave of Al-Muttalib." When Al-Muttalib heard these words, he repeatedly explained to the Meccans that this young man was not his slave, but Sheba, the son of Hashim. But due to some confusion, people did not heed Al-Muttalib's explanation and continued to call him Abdul Muttalib. After some time, he was known in Mecca as Abdul Muttalib, and the people completely forgot that his real name was Sheba. Abdul Muttalib was the grandfather of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He grew up to be a handsome young man. When his uncle Al-Muttalib passed away, the Meccans gave Abdul Muttalib the offices of the Siqaya and the Rifada, which his father Hashim had held before his death. Abdul Muttalib was a wise man with great insight, resolution, and the will to do good works. His main duty was to arrange fresh water for the pilgrims, since the well of Zamzam was no longer functioning. Due to the carelessness of certain people of Jurhum tribe some years ago, the Zamzam well had been filled with sand and mud and was thus so totally ruined that it disappeared. Over the years, people did not even know the exact location of the well. However, the Meccans had heard about the Zamzam, and the story of the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and his son Ismail alayhi salam were fresh in their memory. They always desired and hoped that one day the Zamzam well could be restored. Redigging the Zamzam well. Since Abdul Muttalib was in charge of arranging fresh water for the pilgrims, he found it difficult to discharge his duties as there was no well near the Kaaba. He had to get water from outside Mecca and store it in a reservoir near the Kaaba. For this reason, his desire to restore the Zamzam well grew. One day he had a dream. He saw that someone in his dream was saying to him to redig the Zamzam well. This gave him confidence in his idea of redigging the well of Zamzam, which was a matter of great concern to him. Abdul Muttalib was not aware of the exact location of the original well, nor could the Meccans guide him in locating the place where he should start the digging. With the help of his son Al-Mughira, Abdul Muttalib started the digging near the Kaaba. It was very difficult work. None of the people of Mecca came forward to help him. They thought Abdul Muttalib's efforts were futile, but he did not lose his urge to revive the Zamzam well. Then after long days of hard work, he was rewarded. All of a sudden, The water of the Zamzam well gushed forth from beneath the place where he was digging. This gave immense joy to Al-Muttalib as well as to the Makkans. While digging, Abdul Muttalib hit upon some rare treasures also. He found 2 golden gazelles and other precious items. When the Quraysh came to know about this, they wanted the treasures to be handed over to them. But Abdul Muttalib said, "Let's have a draw." He suggested 3 equal partners, namely the Kaaba, the Quraysh and Abdul Muttalib, to which the Quraysh agreed. When the draw of lots were conducted by placing arrows, the Quraysh were completely defeated. The Kaaba won the golden gazelles, while Abdul Muttalib won the other precious things. Abdul Muttalib fixed the 2 golden gazelles at the door of the Kaaba as decoration. Now, since the Zamzam well was restored, the Makkans found it easy to quench their thirst from it, and it was easier for Abdul Muttalib to provide the pilgrims with a supply of fresh water. Please stay with us. We will continue in next session with Abraha and the ear of elephant. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share our video. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.